Last year's Sony E3 presser was chock full of big-name reveals, but despite that, SIE Bend Studios' new IP, Days Gone, managed to make an impact. The open-world-esque zombie survival title impressed us with its ability to render hordes of the undead at once. Not a lot has been said about Days Gone since then, but it will apparently be at E3 2017. This is according to Sam Witwer, who voices lead character Deacon St. John and said on a recent stream that the game will be at E3 2017 in a big way. Given how an appearance hasn't officially been confirmed by the developer, it's best to stay a little skeptical. Still, this is as close to official as we'll get right now. What could E3 2017 hold? Probably the world itself being showcased along with more information on different side activities, gameplay elements, and so on. In an announcement that must have surprised approximately no one, Rockstar confirmed today that Red Dead Redemption 2 has been delayed into spring 2018 from its earlier fall 2017 release date. Rockstar stated that the extra time from the delay would be necessary to ensure fans get the best possible experience. Red Dead Redemption 2 is now set to launch spring 2018 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, Rockstar said. This outlaw epic set across the vast and unforgiving American heartland will be the first Rockstar game created from the ground up for the latest generation of console hardware, and some extra time is necessary to ensure that we can deliver the best experience possible for our fans. Of course, there hasn't been a single Rockstar developed game in 10 years that actually managed to meet its release date. Every single one of them has been delayed, so this really doesn't come off as a surprise. That said, we're sure that doesn't make the announcement hurt less for a lot of people. We haven't heard a lot about Crackdown 3 since it was delayed into 2017, and there's the belief that it will be a major focus at Microsoft's E3 presser. However, one thing's for sure, it will support Xbox Play Anywhere on Xbox One and Windows 10 as per the game's official Twitter. This means that buying the digital version on either platform will net you a free digital copy on the other. Features like cross-save will also be enabled, allowing you to start playing on one platform and continuing your progress on the other. That's not all though. The developer also said that despite there being no release date yet, the team was on track for this year. It further clarified that the game was slated for release in 2017. What about that open beta to test out the cloud-powered multiplayer destruction? We'll probably find out more at E3 2017, so stay tuned for more information as the expo nears. Popular rumor has it that Deus Ex Mankind Divided sequel is on hold, following the disappointing sales for that game. The team is instead working variously on one of Square Enix's Avengers projects. However, speaking on the latest episode of Podquisition, well-known game journalist Jim Sterling pointed out that the last he heard, the sequel is still in development. It's just shed most of the team that was working on it. This has slowed down the development, but the development continues nonetheless. Sterling does note that this confirmation isn't exactly recent, so there is a possibility that things have changed and the sequel is no longer in development, but let's hope that's not the case. Especially given that Mankind Divided ends with a story left unresolved that a sequel would have addressed. Beyond Good and Evil 2 has already been confirmed as being under development, and a lot of people were probably hoping to see it at E3 this year, after it failed to materialize at the Nintendo Switch event in January. However, it sounds like that won't be happening. Director Mitchell Ansel confirmed on Instagram himself that the game will not be revealed at E3 this year after all. We suppose it's for the best that he did so, at least this way no one is going in with false expectations. He also stated, however, that he hopes to have the game revealed fully before this year ends regardless, so either way, we're at most 7 months away from seeing the long-anticipated sequel to the cult hit PS2, Xbox, GameCube, PC game. Maybe we'll see it at Gamescom, or could it be at PlayStation Experience? Some random Nintendo Direct perhaps? Whenever it's revealed, we'll let you know. You may be playing as a very defined character in a defined story in Far Cry 5, but Ubisoft will let you customize the main character to look and sound more like you, or like whoever you want them to be like, honestly. As Kotaku reported yesterday, you're going to be able to choose the gender of the character you play as and pick their skin color. This is especially interesting because the setting and antagonist of the game hint at a person who's probably going to be extremely conservative, and is likely to be a fair bit intolerant and set in their ways too. Hopefully, Ubisoft can leverage this customizability and have some interplay between the protagonist and the antagonist to reflect the player's choice. Far Cry 5 is due out early next year on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. There's been a lot of confusion regarding when Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3, the next big highly anticipated games from Square Enix now that Final Fantasy 15 is finally out, will release. We know that they're not due out until after March 2018 at the earliest. However, speaking to investors, Square Enix CEO Yosuke Matsuda confirmed that both games should be out by 2020 at the latest. That's not much of an unreasonable time frame for Final Fantasy VII Remake, considering that it only started full-scale production recently. On the other hand, Kingdom Hearts 3 has been under development for a while now, and its development cycle is already protracted. Hopefully, that game is out by next year. As for Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's unclear whether Matsuda meant the full experience. Remember, the remake is split into multiple episodes, or just the first episode. In an interview with Eurogamer, Fallen London and Sunless Sea creator Alexis Kennedy, who joined BioWare to begin work with them on a new project remotely last year, has confirmed that the game he's working on is Dragon Age 4. He confirmed that he's only writing a part of the game, but the part that he is writing is unlike what the rest of the franchise has explored so far. What I can say is that I've been given considerable autonomy to work on a storyline bit of lore which is well segregated from other parts of the game, Kennedy told Eurogamer, which makes a lot of sense with me being remote. And yes, if you've seen a lot of my work before, you'll probably not be surprised by the choice of subject matter. It's familiar stuff. I don't want to exaggerate the degree of the chunk that I'm writing, Kennedy continued. It's more analogous to Patrick Weeks' writing, Mass Effect character Mordin, than me being told to go off and write a whole different country. It's nothing that grandiose, but it is distinct. It's a bit of lore which has not been addressed much to date in Dragon Age. So that sounds exciting. Dragon Age 4 is officially not announced or confirmed yet. Presumably it will be sometime in the future for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. That'll be it for this video. If you like what we're doing, please go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.